What's going on YouTube? Onto the Liverpool episode of this Transfer Talk series, and there's quite a lot to talk about. I'll get the analysis out of the way first. I think it's all blatantly clear to see that the lack of Sturridge and Suarez up front has been a massive miss, and it has affected Jara's performance. Without those two making those runs in behind, and he hasn't got an option to pass to. Also, he's been found out a little bit because of his passing range and how good he was last season. Gerrard, all the teams have tried to put a man on him and not let him influence the game, which has made him be pushed forward a little bit more, which isn't his best position. He can still fly there and affect the game from that position, but he's much better in a deeper role when he's got time and space on the ball, and he needs runners off it to go long so he can find those passes. So that is a massive thing. If you look at how many goals Liverpool did score last season, it was over 100, and this year it's got nowhere near that. And also the defence needed sharpening up after last season. You go back to the Palace game, and even though Rodgers tried to sharpen up the defence, it hasn't worked really. They're still leaking goals everywhere. I go out to the goals. They've only scored 31 in 22 games this season. I think they were at 50 plus after Christmas or something like that. It was some kind of record last season for Liverpool. So the goals haven't been replaced. Obviously, Balotelli not really pulling his weight in terms of goals. He's got, I think, one goal in the Champions League since arriving at Liverpool. Sterling sipped him with a few. I think there's a far too much expectation, not just from people at Liverpool, but just the whole country. He's our saviour or whatever for England. He's 19 years of age. He doesn't need that much scrutiny. We try to build people up too quickly, in my opinion, in this country, and we need to make sure we nurture him properly and he's conditioned right for games and not overplayed, not overused. And that for me will be a big thing at Liverpool and England, that we can nurture this boy right, because I do think he's a real talent. I hope Liverpool can hold on to him. There is talk of a new deal, which would be absolutely fantastic if they could keep hold of this boy, because I think he could be one of the world's best in a few years' time. This new formation I've adopted, I'm not sure whether it's the best formation in the world. I don't particularly like it. I prefer it when there are two up front. But he's played with this Rodgers, bringing the wing backs in, trying to push them real forward, and then he's got the three centre backs. The one signing that I have really liked, who I don't think has got as much praise as he should, is Chan. He's really good on the ball, sensible. He's big and he's quite athletic as well. So I think he's been a real good signing. He's started in at centre back on the right hand side of the three lately, and I think he's been really impressive there. So I like him. Obviously, again, the big news is that Steven Gerrard is leaving at the end of the season. I'm not saying you can replace someone like him, because you can't, but I think maybe if Liverpool in the summer need to look at a deep line midfielder who can spray passes, spray the ball not like he can, because I don't think he can. He's probably the best in the world, or one of the best in the world at passing the ball. But someone who can just ping a few passes from the deep positions, particularly when Sturridge is back and making those runs in behind. Also, Sterling can try and make those runs when he's back. So yeah, that's a position that Liverpool probably should look at the strength, not necessarily in January, but towards the end of the season. But it's not a bad squad. The goalkeeping position is something they are actively looking at strengthening. I think it might be a little bit of overreaction. Mignolet's just took a confidence knock for me. He's still a very good keeper. You can't forget how good he was last year for Liverpool. Makes some brilliant saves. I know he's had a few fluffs this season. He's been dropped from the team. Brad Jones has came in for a few games and then he got injured. So Mignolet got his place in the team back. But there is one signing that you are looking at, and that is Ter Stegen from Barcelona. There's a rumour of a £17 million bid for him coming in as a young keeper. He hasn't been playing for Barcelona because of Bravo being in goal, and he's a very, very young keeper, and he's a very, very good keeper as well. German And yeah, it might not be a bad signing. I think it's a bit of an overreaction if Liverpool did sign him, and it might just be paper talk. But they're saying they're desperate to get him, and I said it's rumoured about 17 million. And then back to this man, he's back soon, and I think Liverpool really could have a strong finish to the season with him in the team and him being fit because he's that good. I would look at changing the formation to something that maybe suits his style of play. The best I've seen Liverpool this season was away at Tottenham, and it was Balotelli's first game. And this it might take me a second just to do it. This is a formation I've played with him back in the team. Just give me a second. Henderson should play there towards the left. And Balotelli and Sturridge really did start up a partnership in that game, and they won 3-0 very comfortably and played very well. Now, for me, that looks a lot more of a settled team. Chan will be unlucky to lose his place if he's stuck. Mankio I do like, and I know the Liverpool fans aren't too keen on Glenn Johnson. But yeah, if we just stick him in there for the minute, and where's Sacco gone? Sacco, yeah. That for me looks like a much more settled team, much more balanced team. If you can get maybe Henderson close to Gerrard just to give him a little bit more space, I think that would be a big thing. Maybe if it was a 4-3-1-2, I don't know if they've got this formation yet. More of that, and then maybe you can play Sterling in the hole, where I think he's better. Personally, I think he can still affect the game a little bit better from there, but also like Coutinho, Johnson and Moreno can get on from the wing back positions. Sacco, I'm not too keen on him. He's not a bad defender, but maybe with just two centre backs he's not as good. Love one I really do like. He's had a very difficult start to his career at Liverpool. But for me, that looks like a much better team. And as I say, if you can get people close to Gerrard to kind of take the attraction away of, and just make a little bit of space for him, I think he could possibly get back to his best, before he leaves Liverpool, because he's still one of the best players. Then you've got lots of Sturridge running in behind. Balotelli can come short. Sterling can go in behind and pick the ball up, even if it's cleared. Coming back and running at the defenders, that is where he is most dangerous. And you've got class in the team as well. Moreno can get forward well. I also really like Jose Enrique. I know the Liverpool fans are not keen on him. But yeah, I really like him. Other than that, I think Rodgers has kind of said we don't really need too many more. And you spent 100 million plus in the summer on players, so why would they need to spend? They just need to get what they've got gelling. And I do agree with him to an extent. I've got to admit, it's a big squad. It's a good squad. And I really like Brendan Rodgers. When you listen to him, you can actually understand what he's saying. Half the time when I'm listening to Premier League managers speak, they just kind of drivel on and not say anything so they don't get in trouble. But you can tell Rodgers is an intelligent guy. And yeah, I really like him as a manager. I think Liverpool should be patient with him. And they have been, in fairness. It's been a difficult start, not to out of the Champions League. You got a semi-final of the Cup tonight against Chelsea. You've gone in 1-1. There's no reason why you can't go on to the final. You're looking probably at Tottenham in that. So there's a trophy possible. If you can get top four, I've got to admit, I think it's just beyond your capabilities at the moment. But if you rebuild the team in the summer, Gerrard's got to try and not be replaced, but you need to get someone who can pass a ball in that deeper position, like a Fabregas type player, or I don't know, maybe if you look abroad, who can pass like a Xavi Alonso or anyone like that. So if you Liverpool fans agree, let me know in the comments. If there's any more players that you were linked with or you would like to see at the club, let me know again. Do you want Champions League? Do you want to go for the League Cup? Where do realistically you see yourselves finishing this season? I genuinely want to know. If you drop a like, I would really appreciate it. If you subscribe again, I would really appreciate everything. that he could do, and I really do appreciate you watching as well. So thank you. Man City's up next, I believe, so we can talk about that and whether they can go for the title. Yeah, thanks again for watching.